Okay, so I'm just going to show you the new Aerotech sequence tool that I've been working on. Just a really quick overview to show you where it's headed. So I've gone on to a different sort of system, so it's now a track-based system with color ramps and audio tracks rather than a node-based graph system that we were using before. Okay, so I've just loaded some audio in here. I'm going to zoom in quickly just so that we can see the start, and then I'm going to start sequencing the color ramp for my first juggling ball to that. Okay, so I'm going to call this ball 1. I'm currently only have one piece of equipment plugged in. I'm just going to quickly generate some keys. So I'm going to do that just by double clicking on the color ramp wherever I want to generate a key. And as you can see, we get a nice little color picker here, which allows us to pick the colors that we want our sequence to have and place the keys. We can have ramping or just standard changes of color without any ramping whatsoever. And we can very quickly build up an entire color ramp doing this very quickly. Here we go. And then I'm just going to ramp down to black just to bring the sequence to an end. So this is just a very quick demo of what I've been working on. I'm just going to add a new equipment track here, call that ball 2 for example. Now you can add as many equipment tracks as you want, and the sequencer will allow you to sequence multiple pieces of equipment to the same audio file at the same time. You can even play back the sequence on the equipment in real time just to get a feel for what it's going to look like, maybe have a practice. So there's some other functionality for saving, loading and exporting here, which I'll show you in a minute, undo and redo, and adding new tracks as I just showed you, playing and stop the sequence for the preview. So I'm just going to copy this directly into the track below. So you've just seen me add some keys. I'm just going to Control C and Control V that down here. You see I can move that around, or I can just drop it in. Okay, now I'm going to delete some keys. I don't want all these color changes in, or I didn't like some of them. So I'm just going to delete those. I'm going to move this one up to the end here somewhere. Okay, and I'm going to do the same at the bottom. I'm just going to drop these keys in. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add a new key here to change the colour to a nice, let's go for a nice orange colour. There we go. I'm going to change this one to a ramp as well. Fantastic. There we go. So that's 3 piece of equipment sequenced, not very well admittedly, but to a piece of audio. I'm just going to show you the playback of this as well, so I'm going to get my iPhone camera ready. I'm just going to save the sequence before I do that. I'm going to save it as Addicted to Bass number 3, which was the audio file that we loaded. Okay, so now I've got my iPhone camera ready here. So I've just started recording. If I zoom on that, as you can see, there's the sequence that I just created, and here's the piece of equipment that's plugged into my computer via the USB cable. There we go. So I'm just going to play that sequence using the little play button here. As you can see on the timeline as well, we've got a little play pointer, and the equipment's automatically downloaded the sequence for that track. So this is ball 1 track that's playing here, and started the equipment sequence playing. And that was right going near the external downloading tools that come with the Ultimates. So this is all internal to my application. There's no need to edit text files, there's no need to use separate applications for downloading or the bootloader, and you just talk directly to the equipment after plugging it into your PC. And there you go. So now there's some other functionality here as well, for example saving and loading. So I just saved. I'm just going to export and show you this. So if I bring the export directory up, you can see the audio is still playing in the background. I'm just going to delete these here so that you can see me export. So just quick export, we should get a number of, yeah, there we go. So these are the GLO files that are produced from this, and as you can see, they're in exactly the same format as if you were going to write the GLO file manually. So you can use the external tool for downloading if you prefer, however you might as well do it from inside the application because it's only one button click and you can play it on the equipment that you choose and start them all off in synchronous as well. Okay, so that's saving, exporting. I'm just going to create a new sequence here just to wipe it out and then load the previous one. And there you go, and it's loaded the audio back in and all the sequences and keys as they were. Okay, and that's about it really. There's copy, paste and undo, redo, create new keys, zooming and scrolling. That could do with speeding up. There are a few bugs, so if you do find any, just let me know, give me a shout on johnmichael.quinlan@googlemail.com. Okay, thank you very much.